What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It is the 20th day of February, and here we are sitting at about $544 with roughly 10 hours and 10 minutes left in the day. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'm a little bit disappointed with the price action. It's a little bit disappointing. Yesterday was exactly what we wanted to see. Immediate, immaculate recovery. It was perfect. I mean, what a great day. What a perfect way to finish that day. Here, right now, this is not a good look to that. Okay, this does not look good for what we have. So the only outcome that would be deemable acceptable here for a bullish kind of perspective would be that today also comes back up and closes green, and ideally closes higher than yesterday. Ideally. I want to look at the short-term time frame and see if we should expect lower prices. Do we expect that? Do we expect that we will find support here? I want to see what the short-term time frames are looking like. It looks like we've got a little bit of volatility, so let's get into it, okay? 1 hour time frame here. We are picking up some volume as we're moving down. That's not encouraging. But also, like let's just see here, we picked up a lot of volume as we move up, and that's pretty encouraging. But when you get a lot of volume, relatively speaking, and you don't really go anywhere, that's actually not a good thing. That means you're probably going to come back down, and we did. When you get a lot of volume and you're not really going anywhere, you probably come back down. Same kind of idea here. We're getting a lot of volume, which wouldn't be good normally, but we're not really going anywhere. We're at the same lows. We haven't broken through or done anything. Like, sure, we're breaking out of this, but I don't know. That gives me a little bit of hope. Now, this is brand new. We could go lower and volume could keep building, and we can go lower and volume can keep building as we're continuing to go lower, and that would not look good. So the best thing that we could do right now is really just hold our horses and try not to go too much lower. We can go below this low and everything's fine, but we don't want to go too much lower. How much lower would we not want to go? Let's just see. Let's try to play from that perspective. I'm going to take this low, and then I'm going to take this high, not the fake out high. We don't want to go below $533. We don't want to go below $533. That's what we don't want to do. If we go below $533, that opens up the door to go to $510 and lower, with the lowest possible target being about $465. I say possible. The lowest possible target is $0, right? But maybe that's not even possible. Because there'll be people like me and you buying it even at lower prices, so it'll probably always have some value. But anyways, the 382 would be the next target if $533 doesn't hold, and that's at 510. This is just the opening of the door to the whole realm of possibilities that we have here, which would be between $465 and $510. So avoid that. Hold 533. Find immaculate support. Reverse from here. Show us that this is just a joke. You're playing pranks on us, Bitcoin Cash. You're shaking out the weak hands, and we're ready to go. Let's go. Come on. Stop toying with my heart. We want a breakout, not a fake out. Come on now. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI sucks. The stochastics aren't any better, and the MACD is unreliable. So not actually worth looking at the 1 hour time frame there. 4 hours probably not going to be too much better because we're just moving sideways and choppy. But with that being said, we are finding support directly at prior areas of resistance here. We're finding support right there. At least for now we are, so that looks good. Again, as we're moving down, you can see on the 4 hour time frame here, we're getting a little bit less and less volume, but there is a little bit of a pickup in volume here, I suppose. The RSI does not look the best here. And the good things that we've had, we're just slowly getting rid of them one by one, and that's not good. From this low to this low here, connecting the dots, we broke through this trend line. From this low here to this low here, connecting the dots. We are, actually, no, we haven't broken through that trend line. Okay. Okay. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. We're actually, to be fair, I thought yesterday when I drew this, let me do this again. Hold on. Just so we're not fudging it. Come on. I'm actually moving the mouse and it wasn't moving at all there. So connect the dots. If I put it right here, let's try not to fudge it at all, right? That's pretty fair, right? Those connecting points right there looks pretty fair to me. And then let's extend it. Come on. Extend to the right. I mean, we're right there. We're right there right now. This would be the place to find support and move higher, it would be the place. And I think we have the right readings, personally. Stochastics are a bit weird, but you're also right at the oversold zone. If you bounce right here, that would be fine. The MACD came back down to the zero. It's the perfect area to bounce, you guys. I'm telling you, it's the perfect area to bounce. We're getting a lot of signals right now that we're in bounce territory. We just haven't had the bounce yet. So let's see how it goes. If we break down, if we do go below 533, again, likely what we're in is some kind of like, I would just call it a BART or a topping consolidation phase. And likely if we break below 533, we will see a rapid approach down to that 510 level, right? At least there, if not lower. We really could go lower, right? Just as we came up, we might do this, then we might come down. It might look like a BART overall whenever we're done with it. But at the moment, I'm calling for a bounce. That's what I'm calling for. The moment we go below 533, I'm bearish. I don't have to make a video. You see the price at 532, and you're like, I wonder if C-Zar is bearish. It's only at 532. It's really close. It's only at 532. He can't be bearish now. No, I'm immediately bearish as soon as we go below 533. Immediately. Where to? 510 to 465. That's the range, okay, once we get below 533. But if we don't get below 533, the expectation is that we'll move up. And I'm calling for us to bounce here, actually. If we do something weird where we do go below 533, what it'll take for me to get bullish again would be a higher high. So just get us above 565 at that point. And then I'll flip bullish again. If all that happens before I make my next video, okay, cool. There you go. Now you have your if-then kind of things, scenarios right there. Looking at this again on the 4 hour, I think all these indicators are literally at the exact right point to bounce right now, today. Will they? That's the question. It's the weekend, guys. It's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday and Sunday. I don't like that. I don't like needing bullish propositions when we have the weekend upon us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But there's hope. There's hope. And again, me saying I don't like that doesn't mean, oh my God, Bitcoin Cash is in the dumps, guys. We're going to zero. Even if we went to 465, as low as we could go, right? Even if we went lower than that, we're still at a higher low. So don't worry about what we're doing right here. It's just noise, right? Because if we find a higher low, we're going to bounce. We're going to find a higher high. We'll probably create some noise back there too, and then we'll come back down, something like that. So anyways, looking at this on the daily time frame, the stochastics are coming down. They're coming out of the overbought zone. That's not a good look in itself. So again, save this and come up and close today green or something. You can come out of the overbought zone. You can find support, somewhere around the 50 and then come back up. But I mean, it does happen. It's happened plenty of times, actually. It has happened plenty of times. So while it does look bearish here, there's no reason to give up hope. Let's see in this moment here, you came down, you sold off pretty aggressively, but it was just a higher low overall, and then you built higher, right? Same thing with every single moment there. The readings on the RSI, each and every one of these times you were, right here at the 50 with your stochastics, at the 50 with your RSI, 50 on the RSI, 50 on the stochastics, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, right? Most of the time we're at the 50, 50 there. The only difference is here, we got overbought. We're here, we're not getting overbought. So weaker results overall, trying to expect the same strength. It gives us a little bit less of a statistical probability, but the indicators do look the same more or less overall right now. We're hoping for rapid recovery, okay? If we get rapid recovery from here, if by the end of the day we are moving back up, or we are back up, we even closed the day green, that would look really, really good. If not, if we're going lower, if we're below 533, again, that's okay. It just throws off the timing, where we were expecting this prices above $600 to be like by the end of this week or by the end of next week, by the end of the month. It would throw it off a little bit, okay? Doesn't mean that it won't happen, but it would just throw it off a little bit. Daily time frame here, looking at this, the RSI, stochastics, MACD, we were already looking at this, right? I mean, the MACD's definitely getting ready, it looks like, to reject here and come back down and consolidate. So coming down and consolidating wouldn't be too crazy. But if we recover, if we do bounce here, like the 4 hours suggesting, we could actually bust through. And guys, that'd be really good to see. We're at a kind of pivotal moment right now. And while the call from my end is that we'll bounce here and that we'll move up, I could very well be wrong. There's still a solid chance from here that we could go lower. maybe I should call for us to go lower because I think Bitcoin's going to go lower. Why won't Bitcoin Cash go lower? Maybe the call should be that we'll go to the downside. I'm still going to call for support here just because we're at 544. I'll call for lower prices once we get below 533. So I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic, but I'm not that hopeful or optimistic. I'm pretty prepared to be wrong here, but the call remains with a very low margin of error, 544 to 533. It's not that big of a deal, so I'll take my $11 loss if that's the case. But I'm bullish here. I think that we will be moving up, and even if we don't, it'll be a higher low overall. We'll find support at the similar areas that we found support before, and then we'll recover and move back up. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Very much expecting that we have a nice month. Next month, March, should be a good month. I was hoping that by the end of this month, we would actually get a monthly close above $600 because then we would have the highest monthly close that we've seen since March of 2024. It's not looking like it's going to happen now, but it still can happen. We've got 8 days left in this month. Let's see how it goes. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. The weekend is upon us. Take care. Bye-bye.